Hi there. Thank you so much for your interest in the You Matter Marathon. My name is Cheryl, and what I want to do is tell you about the 3 events that led to this moment in this marathon. The first happened last fall when a colleague of mine gave me a card that said You Matter on it as I was leaving her office for the day. And I was so moved by the generosity and the spirit of the card, I felt like it had actually been hugged. And I went home and I decided I was going to order my own supply of You Matter cards. And I started giving them out, first just to family and friends, and was delighted with their response. So then I became a little bit bolder and started giving the cards out to people in my community who I interacted with, but I wouldn't necessarily call them friends. But they were people like my dry cleaner or the person who sells me my fruit at the farmer's market. And then I decided to be a little bit mischievous. So I would leave the cards in locations where somebody would find the card without me being present, like a library book that I was returning, or even in the gas station, I would put a card in the card holder where credit cards usually go. And then I took great delight in imagining the expression on somebody's face the next time he or she got gas. And then I decided to challenge myself even further by actually giving the cards to people I didn't know in person, to strangers. And one day I happened to be at the grocery store, and in front of me was a woman, and she was checking out. She looked to be in her early 60s, and it was clear that she and the cashier knew each other a bit. The cashier asked how she was doing, and she looked down and she said, "I'm not doing well at all." She said, "My husband just lost his job, and my son, well, he's up to his, quote, old tricks again." She said, "I just don't know how I'm going to make it through the season." And then I saw her pull out food stamps to pay for her groceries, and I felt so helpless in that moment. I didn't know what to do, if I should pay for her groceries. I just wasn't sure, and so I did nothing. She left, I paid for my groceries, and I walked into the parking lot, and there she was returning her card. And then I remembered I had something in my purse, and I pulled out this card, and I went up to her, and I said, "You know, I couldn't help it over here. You're going through a hard time right now. I want you to have this." And I gave her the card, and she began to weep. She said, "You have no idea what this means to me." And she asked for a hug, and I gave her a hug, and she departed, and I went back to my car, and I started to weep. And it was then that I realized there is magic, not just in these cards, but in the connections that they engender. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be something if I could spread this magic? And as luck would have it, I had the perfect opportunity. I was in the midst of completing a certificate program in applied positive psychology through the Flourishing Center. And we had a final project, and it could be anything in the world that moved us forward in the spirit of positive psychology. And so I decided, wouldn't it be wonderful if other people could find the experiences and have the magic that I was having? And what if we enrolled people in a You Matter Marathon where collectively we gave out 10,000 cards in 1 month, the same month of November that I met that woman at the grocery store. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me, for being curious. I hope and I invite you to sign up right now on this webpage and be part of the magic. Thank you.